Hi, this is Mark Tibb speaking. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Now, based on the recent interviews that Frank Warren has done, I'm starting to get the impression that he's getting a little bit fed up of waiting around, waiting for results for the whole Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk fight. He's been asked a question of, is it still going to be on this particular day, and is it still going to be in Saudi Arabia? Or are you going to have your plan B of Wembley? And he seems more like he's saying how he'd like it to be at Wembley. But at the end of the day, it's far less money. That means he ain't going to get as much of a cut in that as well. His company, nor will Bob Arum, and of course the fighters and that as well. But I'm getting the impression that he's getting a little bit ratty waiting for the Saudis. Things are taking too long. And I think maybe now he's starting to realise that, well, to be fair, it weren't really him when Joshua and Fury were negotiating to fight for Undisputed in Saudi, when Eddie Hearn was doing all the legwork. Frank Warren wasn't really out there saying, hurry up and get it done and blah, blah, blah. It was more Bob Arum and Tyson Fury, to be fair. But with the fact that he's now heavily involved in the negotiations and the talks, maybe he's starting to realise and see what it was that Eddie Hearn had to go through, only to have the plug pulled on him last minute because Wilder won the arbitration. We ain't going to get into that. Okay, so he's starting to show a little bit of rattiness when it comes to this particular subject. I'm sensing that he's starting to get a little bit fed up. I'm surprised Fury hasn't said anything yet. He seems to be sitting back, being very, very quiet, doesn't he? He does. Usyk seems to be getting like a little bit ratty with Fury, something about the money. I don't know if Fury's asking for too much money. Maybe that's what the hold-up is. Maybe he's asking the Saudis for more money than what they're willing to pay. I don't know. But Frank Warren seems to be getting a little bit ratty about the whole Saudi situation. So maybe we could end up having a fight at Wembley, which would be great. At the end of the day, I don't care how much Fury and Usyk get, in my business, right? But we've never had an undisputed heavyweight champion, or any champion outside of the women's divisions, but we've never had it in the men's division, an undisputed champion crowned on UK soil. So for history, it'd be great for it to happen in the UK. It would. So we're going to have to wait and see, because it's taken a long time, isn't it? But considering that Usyk's team once said that everything's agreed their end, Frank Warren saying how he sent out draft contracts and all this kind of stuff, and everything's pretty much done, and we should have an announcement this week, and it turns out to be next week, and then the week after. Like a lot of people criticising Eddie Hearn for, right? It should be this week, maybe next week, and it doesn't happen. That's boxing, especially when it comes to big fights. But anyway, hopefully this fight happens. Hopefully one of the fighters don't get ratty and say, right, enough's enough now, I've had enough. Hopefully Frank Warren and Bob Arum don't either. They keep on pursuing it and continuing with it, and we get the fight on. If it happens to be at Wembley, cool, great. If it doesn't, and it does happen in Saudi, cool, great, whatever. But I want to see the fight. I don't want to see it go, nah, you know what, we've had enough, we're not negotiating no more, we're walking away. Usyk's going to go fight Dubois. Tyson Fury's going to go fight whoever. Maybe Joe Joyce, interesting fight. But hopefully we get to see this fight happening. But it does appear that Frank Warren's getting a little bit ratty with it all now. I'll have to wait and see. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.